So now we are in part 4 of the pre-Coolie release Lokesh Kanagaraj interview. So he also spent some time talking about one of his friends who got into some kind of social isolation and then some query drug problems, and at that time the media made allegations that Lokesh Kanagaraj did not care for his friends and whatnot, and he tried his best to handle the situation at the time. And in this most recent interview, he mentions that the friend has recovered a lot, and in fact is writing a book, and the book will be released soon. So good for his friend, I guess. But at the same time, Lokesh also mentioned that his hectic schedule and how to say back-to-back filmmaking has taken a big toll on his relationships. He also has anger issues, which means that he said he has lost lots of friends and buddies who or teammates who in the filmmaking crew who simply do not want to talk to him anymore, and so on. So the grind did take its toll on him. And then in certain interviews there were some fun questions as well. For example, what Kamal film would he like to direct when given 3 random choices? He chose that one film, as I recall, is called Pesum Padam, which is one of those Kamal's 80s film where he acted. The whole movie will not have dialogue. It's a silent film. And of course, the nice thing about silent films is that you don't have much issue with dubbing. Any language person can watch it and enjoy it. So he said that's the kind of film that he would like to make. And then subsequently questions about whether he will take the challenge of directing an out and out romantic film with no guns and blood. He said that he don't mind producing such a film, and that film is Mr. Bharat, which he just recently concluded producing. Otherwise, he said it wouldn't make sense for him to take on something that he is definitely not good in. Regarding which directors he really want to be, if given a choice to become another director, he said, of course, it's Kamal. He's a Kamal fanboy, that's well known. Again, further question about romantic stuff. His favorite romantic scene in a movie, he clumsily said the one in Devar Magan, where Gautami comes to meet Kamal much later and sees the photo of Kamal having married Revati, the other heroine, and her sadness. So, yep, that apparently made him feel most romantic. Loki also noted that many of the trends that he sort of initiated, although by his own admission, the prior person to do this was Tyagaraja Kumaraja, who brought in old songs, who brought in crossovers from other films and such concepts to his films. And of course, actually crossovers been there for ages, guys. It's just, it's like a cycle, the trends. In 2002 Rajinikanth's Basha already had a scene where Padayappa would come into the picture. That was Padayappa means the Padayappa's brother, what Nilambari, and the such characters. So that is crossover there even in 2002. So these are like not exactly new things. Using old songs in films is also not a new thing. But anyway, Lokesh seems to have gotten inspired by Tyagaraja Kumaraja, and now every other filmmaker, I think it's become a sentiment. So they're even willing to knowingly, they know that Ilayaraja will see them in court, and yet they still desperately trying to shove in some Ilayaraja numbers in their movies in the hope that the movie will become a hit. If you saw Coolie's one of the very early promos, they had remixed Ilayaraja's song and immediately got hit with a lawsuit. And subsequently, well, if people say Coolie's response is a bit mixed, maybe that also has something to do with it. I think they were initially planning to do a lot of remixes of Rajini's old hits. Would have been great for the fans, would have been lots of fun in the theaters, but we still want our artists to come with original works. Tamil movie industry, Kollywood, is become like very grossly ill by the parasitic disease of nepotism on the one side, where family members are given all the choicy, juicy roles at the expense of talents who are running around, empty. And then on top of that, whoever is doing work now are more interested in copying from Korea, copying the script and copying music, copy, everything copy, and then we don't know where it's going to end up. So unless the industry course corrects, the future does look very worrying. And not to say copying did not exist in the 80s, but it was in a different way. They formally would buy the rights, and then they would do so much work on the original film that even when this remade film goes back to the original state, or where the original film was released, the audience still went to watch this film because the take was so what do you call it, improved. Classic case in point is the film Basha, which was kind of expanded from the Hindi film Hum, the film Annamalai of Rajini, which was expanded or polished from another Hindi film starring Shatrughan Sinha, where each scene was really, if you compare the original with the what Rajini and team and Suresh Krishna did, it was like so, how to say, improved. And more recently, Chandramukhi, the story was literally done in all the states, and yet the Rajini's version kicked box office butt, right? So hopefully everybody will start changing their ways. And Loki himself said that he made a conscious effort in that interviews that he working on in Coolie, at least he has gone away from LCU. He's gone away from using lots of guns. He's gone away from drugs, except for the night shots. I think he doing a lot of night shots. Biryani, we're not sure what's going to be with that. But he said you got to be a bit patient in the first half of the film, because as he builds up the drama and all that, and in the second half of the film it will gonna be like a full out action packed momentum there. So that's how Coolie's plan to be. Another thing we saw was in these interviews is that how he had to work very very hard to convince Nagarjuna. Amir Khan, the moment he said Rajinikanth, Amir Khan was immediately in. But of course, when it came to shooting, he was his perfectionist self. Upendra, again, the word Rajinikanth was enough to bring Upendra in. But Loki claims that Upendra, the character, when you watch in the film, you realize Upendra was the right person for that particular role. No one could have done justice. And for Nagarjuna, up to 7 times he has to meet. Almost every week he was with Nagarjuna to avoid Nagarjuna's mind getting, how to say, deviated from that. Playing a villain is a big pro and con for Nagarjuna, because of course Nagarjuna's been playing a hero for so many years, and for him to play villain, of course he'll feel like it's like a downgrade or something. But Lokesh told him, read the script, look at the script, look at the weight of your character, and if not now, when? Because for so long you've been doing a hero role. Doing a villain role will be something also a new experience for you. It will be like refreshing for you, and so on. And so after much repeated listening of the script, and Nagarjuna also felt that he needed to do something new with his career, and so he finally came on board. We are just hoping that the mistake that happened in Leo with the not proper screenplay in the second half, with the not so well usage being done of all the multiple stars from Arjun Sarja to Sanjay Dutt, which he mentioned in an interview, all those is avoided. Even in Vettayan, a beautiful Amitabh Rajini kind of a cat and mouse game could have been done, antagonism, but the director sort of dropped the ball. It was such a tepid thing, a big opportunity lost there. So even if you see the Pushpa 2, how well the Fahad Fasil versus Allu Arjun kind of cat and mouse was done, that's a great entertainer right there. So let's hope that Loki managed to bring out the performer in Nagarjuna, so that we can see how we saw Basha Rajini versus Raghuvaran situation. So okay guys, did you have fun with the thing so far?